Hello, all. How are you doing today? This is Roger, of course, with Dungeon Crusade, and I hope everyone is doing good. Had a great Wednesday, and it is very nice for you to be back. And we're going to look at a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be trying to shoot a couple videos so you have a lot to look at. Again, this is our deluxe unboxing of Dungeon Crusade, where I get you kind of more acclimated to the game. Couple things real quick because I want to get into the Crusade action. Welcome. There's actually a few new subscribers today that we saw show up, so thank you very much. We're very glad you're here. I hope you're enjoying all of this Dungeon Crusade. So we truly welcome you. It's very nice to have you. I'm going to give a couple shout outs and let you know what's coming up. First of all, Real to Ramit. We've been friends for a while. He made mention to the last videos, part 16 and 17, where he referred to my camera work as the Blair Witch Project. I heard you. And what I did today is, I'm always inventing stuff, guys. I took a few different tripods. I wasn't happy with the one I was using. It was very limited. So I took the time today to kind of morph together a new tripod. And I'm really happy with this. So we're going to put this thing through its paces tonight. And I think you're really going to enjoy this. And I always wanted a tripod to be able to get way down on the board and, where I can move it to different places. And I think I accomplished this. So I'm going to have to take a picture of what I'm using, but I think you're going to enjoy how we're going to be shooting stuff. And I can get you right down to stuff I want to show you. So we're going to try that out. So thank you, Real to Ramit. Thanks for your feedback. That was very nice of you. And I know I was going all over the place because I was trying to show you everything. And I was just excited about it. Another fellow Crusader and good friend, Ryan. Hello, Ryan. I have said this before in a few more videos because, we have some more to show in the unboxing series. But Ryan Crow mentioned, and this is upcoming, but he didn't know, I'm going to be showing you each edition of Dungeon Crusade. Okay, so we're going to go from the Knight of the Realm edition. If you just got the base edition, I assure you, it's massive content you're getting with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to dedicate one video, and I'm going to, I'll even label it for you. So you see everything you're getting in the Knight of the Realm edition, the base edition of the game. Then we'll go to the Crusader of the Realm edition. And then the flagship model is edition rather, is the Master of the Realm edition. And then the few add-ons. So that is upcoming. So we're going to just do one video for that, and you'll see everything for all the editions, okay? And I think that's it. I told you about the new tripod. Now, I do have to move it around sometimes, but it's not going to be like what it was. But I think you're really going to enjoy this new format, if you will. So we are going to look at a lot of the cards, and, and plus, this is a grand unboxing with exclamation for you, so I can get you more acclimated to it. See, so right now already, this was very easy, and I gave you a nice view of the village and the dungeon UI board. So, and we're going to maybe do a quick demo of a special ability. We're going to first be talking about special abilities. See what I mean? I can just easily point that down. The Academy, I have all of the hero special abilities. That's why this stack is huge. So the expansion heroes are in here too. The Academy holds all of your the hero special ability cards. During the game, real quick, heroes have two actions on their turn. You can spend one action, and a hero can use Enlightenment. And what Enlightenment is, this is when they can gain a new special ability by paying a life force cost. Remember, life force is kind of like XP in Dungeon Crusade, and they can acquire a new special ability, and we are going to take a look at those so you can see what the cards look like and all that. So already I'm liking this new tripod. I dig it. Let's start with this. Here is our Battle Mage, Rihanna Nightweave. Justin, shout out to you. He had this create a hero. You're going to get 10. She's part of the expansion heroes. So when you get Lyrena Nightweave here, and all heroes are like this, you're going to get 10 cards. Look how nice that came out. Dean Spencer, the very awesome Dean Spencer from England. I worked with him. Now, he did do the backings for the special ability cards. David didn't do these. So a big shout out and kudos to Dean. That looks really awesome. When the game starts, and I meant to say this before, when the heroes are level 1, they always start out with counterattack, okay? And so what this basically is, it's good for when a monster attacks you in the monster phase. So there's counterattack, and we'll get into this, but quite simply is, I think you guys are acclimated to know that, there's the battle tokens for when you're battling, combating monsters. Well, a real quick rule is when a monster is attacking a hero, you have to defend in all 3 phases. This, of course, happens in the monster phase when the monster is, moving, or a minion or a guardian. So you're going to have to defend. And I'm going to put you up here. Try out our new tripod. Perfect. So, for these 3 here, you're going to be defending. What counterattack does, it allows the hero to spend 1 essence. Remember, essence is on the bottom of their hero cards right here. So let's say Maheliak, even though this is Lyrana's, spend 1 essence, and what that will do is that will allow him to counterattack, or strike back in 1 phase of combat to do some damage. So that's actually what counterattack is. So I wanted to teach you that. And then, oops, let me put that under here. So yes, when your heroes start out in the game, besides their starting weapons, they are going to get counterattack. That's their first special ability, okay? Each hero has 3 special abilities I wrote for them, and each one of them does have something very unique to them. So like Loriana Nightweave has Ice Prism. And now notice here, I'm going to hold these down. These are all Ice Prism. There is, hold on, let me move this light a little bit. All abilities can be leveled up to level 3. And so each hero has 3 unique special abilities. So she has Imbued Fury. She has Summon Spectral Sword. That's a very cool one right there. And then, of course, Ice Prism. So each one, you can level up to level 3. And the nice thing is, so it's always kind of fresh for you. The rule in the game is, at the start of the game, there's only 2 of the 3 special abilities randomly chosen at the start of the game. And quite simply, you shuffle all of them, and you go from the bottom, and you pick, you start picking. So let's say that was Spectral Sword, Ice Prism. Okay, these are the 2. You would get all the rest of these cards, put them in the academy. Those are the 2 special abilities that she can have. So that keeps it fresh for you. So each game, that you always see kind of something new, and you won't know what's over here in the academy that the heroes can get. Okay? So here's one for our cleric hero, Faith, Eliza. So she has Divine Healing. And it starts out at level 1, and I'm going to do a breakdown for you since we're doing a deluxe unboxing. Okay, notice the green number at the top there. Okay, that is the life force cost. That's how much you pay to acquire that when you use Enlightenment. And hopefully you see this is fairly easy stuff. Like I said, I don't like complex games. This is quite easy now that I'm explaining it to you. And then the orange in 3, you probably already know what that is, right? That's the essence cost. That's what you have to spend to use that. There's a illustration, Tom from Ireland, right? Tom Feldman. I asked him to draw all the paint all of the icons for the special abilities. The 1 there, of course, level 1. Now, I've had questions about this. See the little door? And that's a dungeon corridor down here. What that means is you can use that in a chamber of the dungeon, or you can use that in the hallways of the dungeon, the corridors of the dungeon. If you ever see a red X over that, that ability cannot be used in whatever it's crossed out there. So let's say this had a red X on the corridors of the dungeon. You couldn't use that there. Real simple. The red triangle, you're either going to see a red triangle or a green triangle pointing up. Remember we learned about channeling? When a hero uses a special ability and there's a red arrow pointing down, that means it must be channeled or exhausted. But in Dungeon Crusade, we call it channeling. That means that when you're done using this, you have to flip it over, and it's like a cooldown. At the top of the next turn in the upkeep phase, you just turn it back up. Real simple. And if we look at the special ability, Divine Healing, maybe it's real easy to understand too. I was very particular in writing things so people could easily understand these special abilities. Divine Healing may be activated anytime during the cleric's turn. When activated, target self or hero up to 4 spaces away and restore 4 health. Line of sight is not needed. Heroes and chambers can be targeted. So there we go. There's face Divine Healing. And I think she has a damage one called Holy Damage, where she can put damage on a monster. We'll look at another one real quick here. Here is Hidden Dagger, and this is Kane Redfeather. Hello, Sunny. Sunny created this hero and named him and wrote a backstory. And this is a really cool one I wanted to point out to you. And again, this can be leveled up. When you level these up, they can, of course, do more damage. And I think you already know, if you're level 1, you can only obtain level 1 until your hero reaches level 2. Then they can get level 2, so on and so forth. But what this is I think you guys know my love for fantasy and all that. I'm sure many of you have seen Lord of the Rings. And case in point, if you ever saw Fellowship of the Ring, the very end of it, remember when Aragorn is facing Lurtz, and Aragorn pulls out that dagger and stabs him in the leg. That's exactly where I got this from. And so if we look at it, so again, 2 life force to, if you use enlightenment, your hero Kane can get that. It costs 2 essence to spend. Can use it, in either the chambers of the dungeon or the hallway. And Hidden Dagger may be activated during the hero or monster phase anytime the ranger takes damage from an adjacent monster. When activated, roll 1d6 and consult the chart below. Real easy, kind of fun mechanic. You roll a d6 on a 1 to 2. He misses on a 3 to 6. You can do 1 damage back. And that's one thing that I wanted to put in there. I didn't want to make it like, it's going to activate every time. I kind of took in consideration, what if the monster blocks that? So there is a slight chance the monster could block the Hidden Dagger. And you'll see a lot of them have that. And I think it's very appropriate too. It kind of gives, balance to it. So there is Hidden Dagger. And lastly, and I think we're going to end on this note, and so I can keep the videos rolling for you. We're going to do a little demo over here for you. This is Enwyn Shadowleaf, my favorite hero in the game. So this is her level 1 ability, Long Shot. And this is what I was saying about that. So let's take a look at this one. Again, if she uses Enlightenment, it's going to cost her 2 life force to gain this put it in her repertoire. So 2 essence to activate it. There's that red X I was talking about. So you see, that can't be used in a chamber. However, it can be used in the dungeon. So this may be activated within the archer's turn. When activated, target a monster within 4 spaces and line of sight of the archer. Roll 1d6 and consult the chart below. 1 to 2 miss, 3 to 6 monster takes 1 damage. A bow or crossbow must be equipped to use this ability. And she is an archer. So let's go over here, and I'm going to try out this new camera, or the tripod, and I think you got to like this. Look at how perfect that is, right? And that's what I mean. I always like to get, you guys right down in the action here. Now, this is our Guardian here. This is Red Widow, painted by the amazing Freddie Lopez. She's, of course, a Guardian. There's a whole, wait till you read her origin story. It's very cool. Now, I want to make mention of something, too, and kind of like one of the roles in the game. Notice how the Guardian comes over into these 2 squares. A hero, if you are adjacent, can attack right there, as long as that figure is inside, one of those squares there. So you wouldn't go like that. That would be legal to attack from right there, because they're big. So that's how that works right there. So let's say that she is right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Since Red Widow's in that square, that's a valid target. So what we would do is we would get her, of course she's equipped with her hunting bow, which is a ranged warfare weapon. We're going to get her hero card, and that ability costs 2 essence, correct? We're going to come down here to this, slide this down to there. Because so now she is able to use long shot. So it said to roll a d6, right? I'm going to try to do this and hopefully knock stuff over. Can I take a d6 and roll? And she got a 4, or what is that? Oh, a 1. Okay, so she missed Red Widow. But if she did, get a 3 to 6, you would take a damage marker. There's what the damage markers look like in Dungeon Crusade. And you would put that on Red Widow's monster card. So there you go. So hopefully, let me know what you like. Hopefully you like this new tripod. I think that I hit the mark with this one because it's just better. No more Blair Witch camera. Okay, so listen, I'm going to be right back. We're going to look at secret room cards and afflictions and tavern task cards. So I will be right back with you.